Good morning. As the moderator said, my name is Crystal Nelson, and I'm here representing the School District of Philadelphia. I don't have to tell you what our main mission is as a district, because you know that. It is to educate children grades K through 12. And I'm certainly here to answer any questions that you may have in that regard. I know that if there's not a tragedy somewhere in the country, more than likely on the news every day, you will hear our name. And so I know that you are familiar with our successes and then those things that we are working on as a district so that we can serve children and families to success. One of the offices, and it's the office where I am presently, that is in place to help that to happen is the Office of Family Engagement, and it is Family and Community Engagement, I should say. And we call it the FACE office, and it is an office that is centrally located at 440 North Broad Street. But we also have smaller offices throughout the school district, 6, and they are called Parent Family Resource Centers, and they are regionally located so that they are available for any individual that wants to come for support to navigate the district, to get answers for particular problems with regards to educating the child that they are responsible for. If they have questions about special education, about behavioral health, about English language learning issues, if the person is having a difficult time getting information or building the relationship that we want between the home and the school, then we're there to assist them with that. The resource centers are located in the northwest part of the city at Leeds Middle School. There is one in the northeast right behind Fitzpatrick School. There is one at 5th and Lehigh at the Rivera Building. There is one presently in South Philadelphia at the Child School. And then there's one in West Philadelphia at the McMichael School. It doesn't matter where you live. If you happen to be in a part of the city because you work there or you have friends there and you want to go to any of the resource centers, they are there to support you during the academic day. At 440, there is a resource center also. And those centers are also places where parents and grandparents and other relatives and friends can go to get assistance with regards to their own personal needs. We have information from A to Z and resources that we can connect you to. In most of those locations, there are computer centers where you can go in at any time, use the computers at your leisure, fax, scan items, and so forth. You can do your taxes there. You can complete the FAFSA application for the child that may be interested in going to college. You can do resumes. They are there for your use. Once I needed to fax something, and this was before I came to the school district, and I had to go into a place and it cost like $5 to send 2 pages. At our resource centers, it is free. All of those services are available to you because you have an interest in a child in our school district. Also in our office, we have what we call Parent University, and it is available for, again, anyone that has a child that they have an interest in the district. Parent University provides classes for people who may have interest in improving their math skills or their literacy skills, or looking to prepare themselves for college. We have partnerships with Harcum College, and you could enroll in Harcum College, and those courses would be available to you in strategic places throughout the district. And there is a great partnership where the fees for the coursework are much less than if you did it on your own. So if you're interested in Parent University or any other service that we provide, all you have to do is call 400-4000. That is 440. That's the phone number. And you ask for the Office of Family and Community Engagement. It's easier to remember the acronym FACE. And we are available to support you as you support the child that you're representing today. And certainly if you have questions about anything with regards to the district, if I'm able to, I'm certainly here to answer.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I have a question from the audience for Ms. Crystal Nelson, the Director of the Parent Family Resource Center of the School District of Philadelphia. And the question is, my 18-year-old is about to graduate from high school and is not college ready.
We have at 440 North Broad Street what we call a college access center. And your son could come and get information about universities, about the programs that many of them provide that help to bridge where the child is to the university coursework. We recognize that every child that gets to 12th grade might not be ready to step into that university classroom. We are endeavoring to do a better job in preparation, and you'll see over the next several months many changes that'll be in place to support those children. But for someone like your son who is 18, there are programs available for him where they will walk him through the process of identifying programs and activities that will help him as he makes that transition. So,
could you name a couple of them? I mean, I'm sure that people want specifics.
I'm sorry.
Could you name a couple of those kinds of programs so people kind of get familiar with what's out there?
Well, many of them are provided by the actual university. The College Access Center, their responsibility is to have the roadmap for you to the different universities that have programs. For example, Temple University has a program for young people who throughout school were getting special education services. And those children may have had a designation of being learning support, and the typical college classroom isn't necessarily for them. Well, Temple has a program where students who have a desire to get the college experience can apply for this particular program, and then they are matriculated into courses that are created just for that population. And they go to school at Temple for, I think it's 2 years. When they finish, they don't have a degree, but they have learned certain skills and they've had the opportunity to learn information that maybe the college student who is matriculating in the regular courses gets, but they get it at a different pace. We can direct a parent or a grandparent or an aunt or whoever who has a child who might be interested in that direction. Community college has several programs for the child who is interested, doesn't quite know what they want to do, or maybe feels that they're not quite ready for the rigor that they might get at another college. And so they are enrolled, they get support as they make those choices for those first 2 years, and then they help them make the transition to the 4-year university. Many schools, Lincoln University also has a program for the student who might not have had the stellar record, but they are ready to become serious and they want the opportunity to go forward. And so they have programs at the university that helps the student through that first year. So there are opportunities for young people, like you just said. And so it's our responsibility to sort of point you in that direction.
Here's another question from the audience. My child has an individual educational program, but appears to be likely to fail if he doesn't work harder.
An IEP for our guests is an individual educational plan that's crafted by teachers for the student to support them each year. It isn't in place to protect, it's in place to guide the teacher and the parents, and as the child gets older, the child. So, ma'am, the IEP is drawn up every year.
Yeah.
Okay? And you should always be at the table when
Yes.
that's done. And it'll be the regular ed teacher and the special education teacher. And they'll set goals for your son or your grandson. If he doesn't meet those goals, then there is some conversation about does he move on or does he not.
Okay.
If he does meet the goals, then he is promoted to the next grade. Sometimes people think that if there's an IEP, that if the child, and this may not be your case, but if the child doesn't do homework, if he doesn't study the things that the special education teacher gives him to study, and if he doesn't do well on the assessments, then they can say he has to repeat the grade.
Okay.
So it's important every year that he understands that, yes, you do get support, yes, your work might be modified, and yes, you may get additional time on tests, you may get additional time to get a project completed, you may get opportunity to have folks work with you, but he still has to work hard towards the goals that are set.